What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox. Well, doing my best with all this turkey stuffing in me. But before we get to today's rant, two things. First off, thank you all so much for finally getting us over 900 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you guys. You are awesome. And hopefully before the end of 2015, we will reach 1K. That's right, 1,000 subs. And if that happens, I'm going to do a little dance. Oh yeah. All right, so next, coming up this Friday, Q&A 14.0, your opportunity to ask me any question whatsoever, whether it's about Grand Theft Auto Online, other video games, gaming in general, personal questions, advice, etc. If you wish to have your question included in 14.0, leave it below in the comment section or via Twitter, email GeauxBurns@gmail.com, on the Facebook page, or over at Xbox Live, or on the PlayStation Network. I'm all over the place, baby. Once again, Q&A 14.0 going down this Friday. So what is today's rant about? Well, a few days ago, we got a brand new adversary mode added to Grand Theft Auto Online, Running Back. Now, I'm not one to whine or complain to Rockstar when they add additional content that we did not pay for. So it's cool to have new stuff added, whether it's caps or t-shirts that you get on certain days simply by logging in, or a brand new adversary mode out of nowhere. However, after playing Running Back a few times, I feel like it's very lacking. It could have been a lot better, and to be honest, I really don't see the appeal to Running Back. Now, obviously, it's a new adversary mode. There are 3 versions to Running Back. There are 2 teams, 48 players, and it's only available on current gen and PC. The issues that I have with Running Back is, first off, it takes way longer to sit in the lobby, patiently waiting and waiting and waiting for enough gamers to show up that are willing to play Running Back. And the game itself doesn't last very long. If there's rounds you can play, I think 2 to who knows how many rounds, but it's very short. Each round is extremely short, maybe 1 to 2 to 3 minutes tops, even if you have a total of 8 players, 4 on offense and 4 on defense. So you can imagine that the newness to Running Back has already most likely worn off, even though there is a double RP and a double Grand Theft Auto currency event weekend going on right now, where you can earn double Grand Theft Auto currency and double RP by playing all the various adversary modes like Siege Mentality, Hasta La Vista, Slasher, one of my personal faves. Before long, I get the feeling that most of the gaming community is going to bench Running Back because it doesn't have very much replayability, unlike Hasta La Vista, unlike Slasher, and all the other ones that are really good. It just lacks that something, and I think it could have been way better. Now, I've freaking banged my head around this about ways to make Running Back a way better adversary mode than it is, but I only came up with a few ideas. I mean, to be honest, it feels like it's a discount Rocket League. But as I pointed out, one of the big issues is Running Back rounds are extremely short. So how about lengthening the field of play in Running Back, and also giving us more vehicle choices besides the Biftas and the Running Back as the Panto? Maybe have an Insurgents option, and then maybe a Supercars option or a Trucks option, which would be really sweet. And like I mentioned, I think if they increase the size of the field of play to a longer venue, maybe add the airfields as part of Running Back, like Sandy Shores, Fort Zancudo, Los Santos International. Those 3 would be perfect. You would have offense on one side, defense on the other side, coming at full speed, just knocking the shit out of each other. And, the offense has to get from one side of the airstrip to the other side. I think that would definitely help improve Running Back by lengthening the field of play, as well as additional vehicle options. I also wish there was a way, instead of the round ending, if the offense scored, it automatically switched, and one of the players on defense becomes the Running Back. They all respawn back on their opposing sides of the field, and there's just a clock that runs for, say, 5 to 10, 15 minutes, and whoever scores the most points ends up winning the game. Perhaps on top of the quote-unquote game clock, there could also be a possession clock that runs for like 1 minute or 2 minutes. So within 1 or 2 minutes, your team has to get a point in play. You have to get a touchdown in 1 or 2 minutes time, or it automatically switches possession and the defense gets the ball back. The bottom line is, I feel like running back had a lot of potential, but I think that Rockstar kinda sort of dropped the ball. No pun intended. And what's sad is I really feel like that there's probably better ideas for adversary modes that have been submitted by the Grand Theft Auto Online gaming community. Like, for example, snipers versus stunners, bumper cars, for example, created by the community. I think they're way more fun than running back, which could have been more of a success if Rockstar put a little bit more time and effort into this adversary mode. Another cool thing would have been if they had some minor content like football helmets from the various fictional teams in the Grand Theft Auto universe, maybe a Rockstar helmet, Grand Theft Auto 5 helmets, and gang helmets from the families, Balas, Lost, etc. It really is a shame because I think if Rockstar would have done a better job with running back and increased the amount of time for play, like 5, 10, 15 minutes of a game clock and then a possession clock as well, determining who has the ball, offense versus defense, instead of using the round system, which doesn't last very long, 1 to 2 or 3 minutes tops. Then you go back into the cloud, then back into the next round. Then all of a sudden the round's over before you realize it. Spending most of the time waiting to play running back as opposed to the amount of time you play it seriously hinders it from ever having any real replay factor. So unless Rockstar eventually makes some improvements or tweaks to running back, it's going to end up getting bumped to the practice squad when it comes to adversary modes.